Yeah, I'm in a lot of them. 100 Million Mastermind, Avengers, which is real estate, Copy Accelerator, Sam Ovens, which is like high ticket course people, Josh Knows Powerhouse, which I joined just to speak. And Josh is an amazing person, so I'm happy I got to know him. And Flight Club, that's another good one with like general internet marketers, mostly coaches and consultants. The majority of those are going to be like 20K a year or more. They all those range from 20 grand a year to 100 grand a year. So it gets expensive. You're probably going to see an ROI when you join masterminds, at least in year number 1. If you're not seeing an ROI, you're doing something wrong. Now, if it's a mastermind that's like educational, and after year 1, you feel like you haven't mastered the skill yet, so like Copy Accelerator, specific to writing copy, good idea to stick around. Now that I've become like a coach as well as actually doing the work, I'm gonna stay in Copy Accelerator because we get a lot of clients from it too. And it pays for itself very, very quickly. So that's something that I look for. It's just like in year 1, did you ROI? If you did, was it by a lot? Because year 2, it's not gonna be as good, I promise. And this is coming from somebody who next year is gonna start a mastermind. I'm just being completely honest that year 2 is not as good. Like 100 Million Mastermind, I paid $100,000 to join that. Joel Marion is amazing. He fulfills all his promises. He's given us many, many, many clients because we proved to him that we're good at what we do. We have a lot of those clients on retainer. We've closed a lot of members of the mastermind for one-time projects, for ongoing projects. There is no doubt in my mind that by the end of this year, we'll have made more than $100,000 from that mastermind. In addition to the fact that Pete Vargas gave me advice that helped me multiply the launch that I was doing. The launch did about $400,000, so that was cool, and it's continued to do more and more since then. And as a business owner, you're a little bit less focused on like, am I gonna make the ROI back today? And you just wanna like get good ideas. So this mastermind has more than paid for itself, and it's given me new perspectives on investing and wealth management that I had no clue about 9 months ago. So I'm super happy I joined. I'm on the fence about joining for year 2 though, because there's the law of diminishing returns, right? Like I'm not gonna learn as much in year 2 because I was drinking from a fire hose for year 1. But the connections are still really good. So I'm like split on it. So we'll see what happens, but that's just the truth about masterminds. Unless you're working on skill, and you're not there yet, year 2 is just gonna be a big drop off. And I'm gonna be selling a mastermind next year. I'm just being honest because that's how I roll. So yeah, that's my view on it. Now, as far as what kinds, don't join any more skill ones right now. I think you have everything you need, assuming that you've found your niche and you love copywriting and email. I would say along the lines of personal branding, and I think that's what mine's gonna be about, simply because I wanna talk to the people like yourself, not to be like awkward, but you're like the perfect candidate, right? Because like you're really excelling at email marketing, copywriting. And I was thinking in my head, like, I don't just want to have events about email. Like, I'm kind of tired of talking about email all the time. Like, I want to talk about this stuff. That's why I'm doing this. Like, it's fun. Like, I was on a podcast recently, a really big one. It's going to launch soon. And he's like, you want to talk about email? I was like, no. Like, I just don't want to. Like, we can mention it, but I'm kind of tired of just talking about that and only that. So I'm probably gonna have a mastermind that has to do with personal branding because that's like the thing that takes you from like doing pretty well as a writer and really kind of establishes you as one of those bigger names that's on Facebook or on social media. And that's something that when social media is growing, a lot of people are asking about personal branding and how you're supposed to keep growing and making more and kind of transitioning into an offer owner. So I think it's going to be around personal brand and offer ownership. But I'm not totally sure yet. I don't have any of the details fleshed out. I just know that this year is too soon, but it's going to be a good like next step for the people in my current program. And that program's not going away, by the way, because we got rid of email secrets because I had like it was just like a library, but there was no end goal. And the new one's a lot better, so. The mastermind will just be similar to what we have now, but there will be live events and we talk about higher level stuff and we hang out more. Does that give you clarity? Is there anything else that's a little confusing?
No, it does. It gives me a lot of because I mean, I think joining ELM as well as Copy Accelerator has put me on this like accelerated path, and I attribute a lot of my success to being willing to invest in myself, so I don't want to like slow that down,
Yep.
right? So, and I do think personal branding is a slow spot for me, because I don't really know what to do, and I don't want to
Yeah.
mess up my reputation before.
So I think another thing that's wrong with masterminds too, not that they're doing a lot of things wrong, but it's just more step-by-step stuff. And that's what I've tried to do with the certification, is just more step-by-step, because the old program was like a crapshoot of just information everywhere. And this one has like a clear outcome. So I think that the educational piece of the higher level one will be around personal branding and offer ownership, which takes a lot more time that goes into it. And most people just start masterminds like, yo, we have events, like who's coming? And they don't even build out like any educational piece to it at all. And that can work because again, people just want to come over. They want to hang out. They want to be around other high level people. They're just buying extra access to you. But I really want my people to like excel. And those of you in the program, you know that it is very well put together. And our whole team has just killed it in there. Like I couldn't do it without any of the people in the back here. So that's my thoughts on masterminds. They're amazing. You should probably join one. Doesn't have to be mine. If you're into email, that's cool. But like join something, at least entry level, at least in a Facebook group, like where you buy like a product that's like $100 and it comes with a group. Like that's another really good thing for prospecting too, because the people in there, like they spend money. They've proven it. So they'll spend money again if you give them a good solution. So I know you two are asking about that.